Welcome, everyone. Today, we're jumping right into our explainer on SDG Goal 15, Life on Land. Think about it. From the green forests to the high mountains, these natural spaces are what give us clean air, water, and food. But right now, our land is under a massive amount of pressure. To build a sustainable world, we absolutely must protect the life that lives on our soil. Because really, protecting nature is about ensuring our own survival.
Here is a quick look at our agenda. We've got 5 key areas to cover today to see exactly how we can protect our planet. Let's start with a really important term, terrestrial ecosystems. Basically, this just means land-based communities of living plants, animals, and their physical environment. So forests, mountains, and drylands, these form the green foundation of life. Without healthy terrestrial ecosystems, we simply cannot survive because they give us exactly what we need every single day.
All right, let's dive into our first section, forests and mountains.
To keep our habitats healthy, we urgently need to halt deforestation. Deforestation is the purposeful and honestly very harmful clearing of our vital forests. When we cut down too many trees, we're not just removing wood. We destroy homes for animals and damage the very lungs of our planet.
So, the big takeaway here is sustainable management. We have to halt deforestation globally and restore forests that have been degraded or damaged. How do we do that? By increasing afforestation and reforestation, which is simply a fancy way of saying we need to plant new trees. We also have to conserve our mountain ecosystems to keep their biological networks strong.
You can see how urgent this is by looking at the United Nations timeline. Notice how some big goals like halting deforestation were already set for 2020. But the work doesn't stop there, right? We are continuously pushing forward, aiming for major targets like mountain conservation by the year 2030.
Now, before we move on, I want you to really think about this. What actually happens when our land becomes too dry to use? Keep that in the back of your mind as we look at our next big challenge.
And that brings us to Section 2, Fighting Desertification.
In many places around the world, our land is becoming totally dry and unusable. This process is called desertification. Our soil is under huge pressure from bad farming practices, severe droughts, and even floods. Good, healthy soil actually turns into desert. So we have to combat desertification and restore that degraded soil. The contrast here is super stark. On one side, degraded land seriously threatens our food supply. On the other side, we have our big goal, a land degradation neutral world. This means we restore as much land as we lose, making sure we have healthy soil that can sustainably support agriculture and life. Because nature can only support us if we support it first.
Let's move on to Section 3, protecting our wildlife.
The real secret to a healthy Earth is biodiversity. Biodiversity means having a rich, wide variety of plants and animals living in an ecosystem. When an area has high biodiversity, it's strong, it's resilient, it can survive diseases and climate changes way better than a place with only a few types of living things.
Tragically, we're losing this amazing variety. We have to take urgent action to stop this loss and prevent the extinction of threatened species. Extinction means a species is gone forever. There is no coming back. Right now, many animals are on a red list of threatened species, and if we don't act fast, they will disappear permanently.
A massive part of stopping extinction is ending poaching. Poaching is the illegal hunting, capturing, and trafficking of protected plants and animals. People hunt these threatened species just to sell their parts for a lot of money, completely ignoring the terrible damage they are causing to nature.
To fix this, we have to tackle both the supply and the demand of the illegal wildlife trade. It's pretty simple. If people stop buying illegal wildlife products, the demand drops and the poaching will stop too. We must take urgent action here to keep our ecosystems in balance.
Furthermore, we need really strict rules to control what we call invasive alien species. These are outside plants or animals that are introduced into a new area, and they end up hurting the local ecosystem. Because they don't naturally belong there, they grow out of control and destroy the native biodiversity. We absolutely have to manage and stop them.
Okay, so protecting forests, fixing dry land, and saving animals all sounds amazing, right? But we have to ask a very practical question. How do we actually pay for all of this?
That brings us perfectly to Section 4, Planning and Finance.
Action is needed everywhere, locally and globally. To succeed, countries must integrate the value of nature directly into their national plans. And crucially, we must mobilize and significantly increase financial resources from all sources. Mobilize just means to gather and organize.
Basically, we need to find the currency and cover the costs required to protect our natural world.
We have to move from our current challenges toward a sustainable future. Right now, nature is far too often left completely out of the budget. We have to change that. When we globally mobilize financial resources to pay for sustainable forest management, we are literally investing in our own survival.
Finally, Section 5, Guardians of the Earth. Let's talk about what this means for you.
Throughout this whole explainer, the main message is very clear. Protecting life on land isn't just about saving trees or taking beautiful pictures of animals. It's a responsibility for all of us, because protecting habitats is protecting ourselves. The importance of nature is fundamentally about our own future.
I'm going to leave you with this thought. As future leaders, you will decide how we balance human progress with the health of our planet. How will you step up, use your voice, and ensure nature can continue to support humanity? Let's protect our land together. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.